Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Oh, we made it, baby. Here we go. It is Friday on the KVJ After the Show podcast. Yeah. Jaber, not even paying attention today, man.
Oh, my gosh. You're right. Yeah, Kevin, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, gosh, it was heartbreaking.
I knew he would eventually forget.
Yeah, that shine is worn off.
It has.
Virginia, yeah.
Especially now that you've made note of it. I'm going to, oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
see.
I dropped the ball, and I'll own it.
There's a story out today that with you being the hype guy, Jaybird, you're not going to like. A school district in California is warning high school students not to chant USA because it could be taken the wrong way.
What?
Come on, man.
Whatever. What? How?
The school and district officials say that the chants could appear inappropriate and intolerant. All of a sudden, USA is becoming a swear word now in America.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, parents and students were upset, saying chanting USA is a way of bringing everyone in the country together, no matter where they are originally from.
Right.
Are people doing it like this? USA, USA. Like, are they chanting it that way, sassy pants style?
Not that I'm gathering. It's just, this is the kind of stuff that just looks absolutely ridiculous. Who
the hell's going to who gets mad at that?
There's a big anti-American backlash stuff that is going on right now against the machine, fight the man, all that kind of stuff. White supremacy and all that stuff is a big topic that people are going on. But you got to separate everything that's going on, and we got to recognize on both sides. You got to say, yeah, America's not perfect, never has been. It's had a lot of flaws, and there's a lot of ugly stuff in our history. And we'll go back and we'll try to address that kind of stuff and correct whatever we can with it. But you got to say, hey, USA is about us all coming together, and we got to move forward.
I guess I am just confused. I don't see how this is being taken as a bad thing. Can you give me an example of what's happening?
I think it's just that some people just feel like this is a country where I don't belong. Well, it's like we got to be like, okay, well, we got to fix it so you feel like you do belong. That's just what we got to do. We got to say, okay, let's start laying all these issues out on the table. Let's say the thing we don't want to do is push USA aside, because then, I was reading an article and they were saying, could we see the world heading to what they used to have? Back in Greece, before Greece was a country, Greece was a collection of city-states. And you would have Athens and all these different cities, and that was it. That's how they governed themselves. They were different, from different areas, and your Spartas and all that kind of stuff. They were all separate, and they had their own thing, and their loyalties were just to that city-state. So you weren't loyal to Greece. That wasn't the whole thing. You were loyal to Athens. You were loyal to Sparta. Sparta! That was the thing. And a lot of times they fought each other, and they would war. And, you look at America. And that's what they're saying, are we headed to a point where we're going to start seeing a grouping of city-states where you have California is got a different mindset than the people that are in Ohio and the Midwest, and Texas has got its own thought process. And hell, in Florida, you got South Florida is a lot different than North Florida. So are you going to start seeing structural boundaries at some point starting to redraw themselves?
South Florida has to fight the panhandle.
I don't see it happening. I really don't.
No,
I think a lot of people would be.
I hope it doesn't, and that's why we've got to recognize these things, because if you feed into this and start saying, yeah, maybe we just need to tread lightly on the America thing. Yeah, maybe we got to watch out. You're going to start splintering it further and further. And then you are going to break into a bunch of city-states, and then we're going to look a lot more like Europe. And, Europe right now they tried to get together with the European Union. And with the Brexit in England taking off, they're having their own issues. So, it's kind of interesting to see what's going to happen. But, yeah, stuff like this, come on, really?
It's really annoying.
Well, that's where we're heading if we do that. If we start making USA a swear word, United States of America curse word, if our flag becomes something that is controversial and you can't take it down, then, then they'd be like, okay, then that's where we're heading. And I think that so many other people before have fought for it, so it didn't come to that. That it would be disrespecting to all the people that have died to this point to say, your lives didn't mean shit, didn't matter. Who cares? That's why you can't let it happen. That's why you got to brush back heavily against this stuff. And you got to do it in a way to say, look, I understand we got problems and we'll fix them. But we can't start all of a sudden chanting USA in our schools. Can't start saying that all of a sudden the flag is an awful emblem. It's like a Nazi. Come on, really? We're going to go down that path?
There's a lot of, come on, that's a bunch of horse shit.
Thank you.
Well put.
Thank you. That's why.
Fox
He's
News is on. They'd like to book you for
definitely
11 a.m. this morning.
Not our spokesperson.
Can you imagine?
Kevin, you got this.
On a political
Imagine if you had a
forum?
round table on Fox News and they go to him and that's what you get and they're like, okay.
Oh, I would love. When I was a kid, there was a political show here locally, and I was about 10 or 11. I would call in all the time and just, fuck shit up. Yeah, I want to call about Mandela, and I had no idea what the fuck I was talking about. And then that hang up, they go, what was that?
Yeah.
Terrible phone screeners back then.
Somebody in the chat room said, I don't agree with total assimilation. I love my heritage language. It's who I am, but this is ridiculous. And I agree with you. I think that America is fantastic when you can bring all these different heritages together and you can make America a little piece of this and a little piece of that and a little piece of this, and that's really what it is. You know,
we all learn from each other and respect each other.
I would love to hear our language be an evolution of a little bit of English and Spanish and this and that, and we throw in words from all different cultures and languages, and we understand things, and there are terms that, you know, we just have in America that are brought to you from Caribbean cultures and Jamaican cultures. There's this guy yesterday, what was it he said? Oh, yeah, I think it was, there's this guy, and he works out at my gym, and he's in a reggae band, and see him every now and then.
He probably has some profound stuff to say.
Well, no, he does this thing. What I was going to say is...
He's like, no, he's not profound at all.
Not at all. No.
Not at all, really?
No,
Oh, guys in reggae bands are deep.
Yeah, no, it's... Really?
Really?
I thought they were.
No. He does this really cool
Bob
thing.
Marley, ever heard of him?
Yeah, but just to say everyone in a reggae band's deep and every reggae piece of music is deep is kind of a blanket statement. I'd never heard that.
No, I hadn't either. No, it's news to me.
Oh, I think reggae's deep.
No, what I was going to say is this guy, you know, he's a true out Jamaican. And every time I'm talking to him and leave him, like, I'll see you later. He's like, respect. That's like his going away. Respect. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but it sounds so cool. He like dropped that on me yesterday.
Respect?
That's what he says. He
To
says,
you?
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
like,
I think you just say, I
I'm
respect you, you respect me. That's how it should
I
be.
guess. I'm like going, but I was like, what a cool send off because, you know, I mean, you've heard like peace out or this
Namaste
or that. Yeah, but his like, and I don't know if that's a Jamaican thing. I was like, respect. I'm like, oh, that's cool as hell, dude. I'm like, I want to steal that.
Respect back at you.
I don't know necessarily what it means, but
What
I'm
do
like,
you say when someone says respect?
I just
Respect's
said my,
back, man.
I said my thing, and because I had said goodbye already. I'm like going, all right, man, I'll see you around. And he's like, respect. And I'm
I'll
like,
tell you what you do.
like, dude, that was
He's just giving you the acknowledgement of,
yeah,
hey.
respect. But it was so much more badass than like, all right, man, I'll see you later. It's like respect. I'm like, gosh, that's awesome.
Here's
dude.
what you say.
It was so badass.
You're never going to be able to deliver
Gosh,
it, so
I wish I was-
don't try.
Damn. No, I'm not going to. But that's the thing I love. I'm like, gosh, I love borrowing all that kind of stuff. You know, if there's a way that I could one day play that off, that's so much better. Like, hey, I'll see you later, man. Just saying respect.
How about this? I think you can answer back with, yeah, fuck yeah, man. Respect. Fuck yeah. I think you could totally...
I don't know if I drop an F-bomb.
Well, I mean, sometimes...
Yeah, and all of a sudden, little kids and moms like, going,
Well, don't do it for the kids. I mean, come on.
That's not respect.
No, I'm
Disrespectful,
The F-
actually.
back to Fox News. One of our panelists is really struggling today.
You guys hear about the fucking news?
Gosh, I would love to get you accidentally booked on Fox News.
Get me on a political show, please. I'm
my
dying
God.
for this. I need it. I will do no prep. I'll just go with whatever I have in my brain.
Man, how can we make that
Well,
happen?
we'll look. We'll look into this.
That'd be amazing. Yeah. So anyway, let me see other stuff going on real quick. Yeah, North Korea, they're still fuck faces.
He shot off another one of those
He did.
missiles.
Yeah, and he threatened to sink Japan and reduce the U.S. to ashes and darkness. Okay, it's
Jeez.
kind of grim.
It's a little dark.
Respect.
No, he does not get any respect.
No respect.
No respect for you.
Everybody's got their own different little sound off. Yeah. No sound off for that cat. So this weekend, just kind of getting out and doing stuff. I always got my grand plans, and we'll see. I have my own thoughts for the weekend. Brad Paisley tonight. Hopefully, Key Lime House tomorrow for the Gator game. Going to do that.
But what does the Mexican Queen want to do?
She said, you know, like yesterday I ran it by her. I think she knows the plans, and it's all just depends because, like I said, she's so unpredictable. We could be all cool. We're walking out the house. This has happened. We're halfway to the car out the door. She's like, I don't want to go. Like, what?
Are you allowed to go?
I'm like, what do you mean you don't want to go? And she's like, I'm not feeling it. No, I don't want to go. I'm like, what are you talking about? We're not even ready to go. Like, let's go.
Does that mean you can't go? If she doesn't go, that means you're not allowed to go?
It's just like, and it's like, all of it's just like
He's not
chaos.
going.
I'm not going to go.
If she's not going, he's not going.
Yeah, it's just, it would cause, it's not like, I'm not going to go. Go ahead. No,
so
it's
if you were
just a mess.
if you were getting ready to go to Brad Paisley tonight, you're so pumped, you get, and as you're walking out, it's like, I don't want to go. How, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being awful, how bummed out are you?
I'm bummed. We've come to work through it. And so now what happens is I realize I lay it on the table. It's got to be days in advance. She's not a fly by the seat of her pants kind of girl at all. She has to know days in advance what's going on. She has to think it all through. She's a very methodical person. I mean, outfits and all this kind of stuff, I can't even imagine. I'm the kind of guy, whatever.
It's just a Brad Paisley concert. She's not giving away a fucking liver.
I get it, man. It's just, this is the one thing about relationships, learning really in depth about the person that you're with. And then how you react to those kind of things. And then I got to lay it out days in advance. And I keep kind of checking in. And I kind of gather it. Because that hasn't happened in years where we were walking outside the house. And she's like, no, I want to go. Because I know ahead of time. I know what the temperature is. And I can even put like, I'm like Weagle with the weather. I'm like, there is a 70% chance that we're going to be at Brad Paisley tonight. Because I can kind of sense it, I can kind of feel.
But there's a 30% chance of sadness.
Yeah, there's never 100%, no way, no doubt. I mean, unless it's something that I have to do
For
obligation. That's the only thing that's 100% I'm going to be there.
Okay.
Anything that is, it's your own desires to be there, it's never 100%. It's just, we'll see how it goes. But I will then give her pep talks and kind of like, cheer her up along the way, and then like maybe I'll spike in a couple Brad Paisley songs or something like that, just to be like, okay, and kind of get her temperature. And that's happened before where I wanted to go to a show. I started playing some songs. She's like, this sucks. And I'm like, all right, we're not going to go.
Okay, so if I was dating somebody and I did what let's say the same situation happened to me, and the girl I'm with, she does the same thing with the queen does. She's like, I don't want to go. At the last minute, we prepared.
Yeah.
And then I say, well, okay, I'm sorry you're not feeling it. I'm going to still go. Am I a dick for going?
I don't think so.
I don't think so at all.
I don't think so either, but you're also not married. It's a different thing. When you're
But
married.
why do you have to fucking give up your happiness for marriage?
Look, I agree with you, but the queen doesn't look at it like that. She wants to spend time with Kevin on the weekend. And so if Kevin would go without her, she'd be pissed.
Yeah. And it's like you don't like it, and it's like, all right, whatever. And then
it's like, okay, am I picking Brad Paisley over my wife? Do I want drama with my wife?
Yeah.
I'm just asking because look, you're right. I'm the single dude.
My relationship's rare too. Most relationships aren't like that.
Yours is real strict.
Yeah, well, it's just she's challenging. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of difficulties that I've learned a lot of awesome parts, obviously, but those are one of those things that I know her quirks. I know what it's all about. And so now I even lay it out. And I just, like before, I'd like dance around people. Why didn't you show up? Oh, I don't know. I stubbed my toe. Now I'm just like,
hiding the,
yeah.
Your toe looks fine.
And I will let people know ahead of time. I'm like, I don't know. It's up to her. It is completely up to her.
You don't mince your words.
I don't mince
That's
my
the
words
good way
at all
to do
now.
it, because then
Yeah.
people don't have an expectation on you, and they're not like, "Oh, Kevin, that dick didn't show up." They know, okay, it's about Kim's mood, and
is.
it's not Kevin that's stiffing me.
Yeah, I would rather know that out front for
Right.
sure.
Yeah, so I let people know. I'm like, completely up to her. I'm like, I'm into it. Sounds cool to me, and
You got to win her over.
And I will get back to people pretty quickly, and I'm very blunt. I'm like, I don't think she's feeling it. There's a slim chance.
And there's also things you just hear and there's no fucking shot.
Yeah, people invite me to stuff, and I'm like, there's no way she's showing up to that. Like, she's got like social anxiety. She likes being around people she's very comfortable with.
Yeah, I have family members like that. It's crazy. They are not good in crowds, but if they have a beer or two, this person comes out, and they can talk. But if they don't have the alcohol, a little liquid courage, they're a little weirded out with people around them.
Yeah,
you gotta start slipping some hooch in her coffee.
Yeah, she doesn't drink that hard that much anymore and I think a big part of it is part of what's played into that. She's afraid of getting judged. By having too much to drink.
Well,
so it's a double whammy.
The other side of it, too.
She wants to go sober, and she'll have like a drink or two, and then that's it.
You got to let that go. I mean,
yeah,
I don't care about being judged, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that the thing with the person I'm talking about in my family, they'll tend to sometimes go a little too much on the drinking side, and now they're kind of like a fucking mess. And then the next day, like, I don't want to go out ever again. I still have social anxiety because I made myself look like an asshole last night.
You have to embrace the inner asshole.
I agree. Man, we all got weird things
Everybody
about
gets
us.
hammered and says stupid
Yeah.
stuff and does dumb things. Who cares?
Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm the same way.
What's
but-
the one thing that when you drink and you wake up the next morning, you go, oh, what the fuck happened? Like that you dread that you've done. Do you have something?
If I am overly mean to somebody besides Jason,
Yeah, of course.
you know, because sometimes I have a little mean streak that'll come out.
No.
Yeah, it's small, but it's there.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is. Ask the listener you wanted to fight at Double D's.
She asked me if I was going to get on the bull.
Such a nice woman,
I thought
Kev.
she said, "Are you going to get on the pole?"
but even with that, though, that's
I'm
still...
not getting on the pole.
But yeah, but you're crazy, Virginia. That's still a columnist saying, "Oh yeah, Mama, get on that thing, shake that sweet ass of yours."
Yeah, mine is just, watching because I've got 2 kids that are, and I think this is a big part of it for the Queen too, and why she doesn't drink as much anymore. Both Cannon and Caitlin are very dialed into
Cannon is big time.
and he doesn't like when I have too much, and and you'll be like, look, I have a beer, be going, Dad was drunk last night. Be like, I wasn't drunk, dude. I had like 1 or 2 beers. So you got to really be able to say confidently.
I would have a talk with him about saying, "Dad's drunk again."
Oh, I know, and you do.
he
And
did that the other day.
I know he does, and it's like he thinks if you have a beer, like you're drunk, and so I got to really watch myself. And if you've had a beer or anything like that, and you say anything that's a little out of line of
or
what
just
you
weird, yeah.
normally are, then yeah, he will get kind of like weirded out. Like the other day, like we had the hurricane thing going on. And, I always keep myself like 3, no more than 4. Like, that's kind of like where I am because at that point, all right.
Little sweet spot.
Yeah. And so he was going to the point where he's like going, Dad's had like 5 beers. I'm like, no, I haven't, dude. I've had 3. And he's like, no, you've had 5. I'm like going, go count them right now. And so I had him like go in the trash can and counting the beers. And so I was like snapping at him. And so he's like, I'm glad you're not drinking now. And I don't like when you drink. So it's like.
Daddy gets all angry when he's drinking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I
Daddy
was like,
punches me.
But I was upset because I'm like going, dude, I'm like, gosh, man. Let me have a damn beer, kid.
If there's any motherfucker that deserves a beer or
Yes.
8, it's Kevin Lee
Right.
fucking Ralston.
Right, and you're always around kids, so it's like I'm getting to the point where I used to be in high school because my mom was the same way with any kind of drink and wouldn't tolerate it at all. So I'm like going to all kinds of ends to hide it. Now it's like I'm in high school again, like I'm going back and hiding in bushes.
Dude,
Those airplane bottles in your purse work great.
I'll tell you who fucked up your world. Dare. The Dare people, because they say
don't know.
if you have 1 beer, you're a druggie. It's a drug, you druggie.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a
Well,
kid, I used to give my
yeah.
mom shit about. My mom used to smoke cigarettes a long time ago. I mean,
Yeah.
way long time ago.
Yeah.
When I was little, and I used to give my mom such a guilt trip because the Dare people said, "Tell your parents this is what they're doing wrong."
They do, yeah. They kind of like have that kind of stuff where it's like, yeah, the kids hear that and they now guilt you. And yeah, somebody said, Tatty in the chat room said, put it in a red Solo cup. But that for them is like, they know it. They're not. They're like, anytime you're drinking, Kim and I are drinking anything out of a plastic cup or a cup you can't see into, it's alcohol for them.
You should
So,
put
yeah,
your
so
beer.
sometimes I have to let them know if I'm actually just having a cup of tea. I'm like, it's tea, Cannon. I got
Just-
tea. Dad's got tea.
Put all your beer in a bowl and say, "I'm fucking drinking soup, kid."
Yeah, I'm sure that will work well.
A bowl of beer.
I'm trying to help you out here. I'm out of options.
I get it.
Once again, Jason at the round table, everyone.
I get it. Yeah. And somebody said, people need to stop letting children tell you what to do. Please know your place. I get it, but it's like it's like they don't like it, and they're going to make a point out of it, And exactly, you don't need to justify anything to your kids. Yeah, but you watch it and they don't like it. That's what he says. He's like, I'm so happy when you don't drink, and you hear that, you're like, oh, why? Like, it's not like I'm some raving lunatic when I drink.
I would question my mom on anything. Like if I was
Yeah.
doing what he does, my mom would just go, "Listen, It's none of your business. Go to your room. That's exactly what she would say. None of your business.
Yeah.
I'm your mother. Go to your room.
It's weird. I got 2 kids, and Caitlin is not. She has no tolerance for drink. She's not a drinker. She's
well, that can make you feel good.
Yeah. She's not at all. Stays away from it. She if there's parties going on, there's a lot of booze. She doesn't like going to those things. That's not her thing.
She's a sophomore now.
Yeah, sophomore in college. Yeah, drinking is not her jam. And her and Cannon are both kind of wired the same way. They're very sensitive individuals. And so you don't ever have to yell at either one of them. They don't take that well. You just have a conversation with them.
Gotcha.
And so it's kind of sometimes, and I'm very guarded with all my words, but yeah, you do have you're on your 3rd beer. Every now and then, an emotion or a look might get away from you.
3 beers, half a beer. I'm such an easy lightweight.
Right. Yeah, and what?
Easy lightweight. I'm such a lightweight. I guess I should say. I didn't sleep much last night. I really did. I've not slept well.
You have not slept well. Okay.
You haven't slept well in years.
Yeah. So the kid reads everything, and so that's why you've got to like yesterday I had to just talk to him, set him straight on some stuff. And you just
how does he respond when you have a not lecture but that teachable
that talking
moment?
To.
Yeah.
He gets, you can see, yesterday he was crying on my shoulder.
He knew that he knows when he does wrong.
I just sat him down. And I talk just in this tone. And I had a conversation with him about, something that was going on. Just said, hey, man, I just want to let you know, because this is a teachable moment as a dad. And, here's how people read things. Adults read things differently. And I know that at home, one thing's one way, and here it's a different thing. And so I'm just trying to help you out, And so, and right away, here comes, just come on,
Sometimes
dude.
they play you, too.
Oh, yeah.
Magnolia does this.
Yeah. Maybe.
Where she guilts me and plays me,
Yeah.
and she knows how to pull the strings to try to make me feel bad. At the end of the day, though, I remind her I'm the mom, and it's because I said so.
It's the Kay Pennington way.
Absolutely.
I believe in the Kay Pennington way.
Oh my God, there was so much shit that didn't make any sense. Come on, that makes no sense. I don't care. I'm your mother. Go to your room, and that's the way it is. Fuck.
Did you say that though?
No. Mm-hmm. I said the F word in front of my mom once, and they're still talking about it.
Do you think that parenting is better today or worse today? And I think everybody's got an opinion on this.
I think it's better. I think it's way better, but I think sometimes it can go too soft.
Yeah.
You have to care about your kids' feelings. You have to talk to them and be on their level and really let them talk to you and have an exchange. We didn't have that with our parents. I didn't.
Here's where I think it's better in that there's more communication, that there's just less just do what I say, and there's less aggression.
Right. You tell them why.
Right.
But you still stick to your why.
And I like that better. But I think the difference is that parents let their kids get away with too much.
Yes.
So, and I think that's the difference. I like the approach better that a lot of people take today in parenting, but I think that the parameters are too loose.
And the other thing, too, just social media and the internet has made everything change so much. We see everyone now. A person could be at a grocery store and you judge them being a parent because someone takes a video of them. Back in the day, you just kind of talk to your neighbors and your friends, and that's how you gauge shit. Now you can see everything you're doing. You could be walking down the street with Magnolia doing something. Someone films you. Now, Virginia's a horrible mother. It's so fucking crazy.
If I had $1 for every time I've heard that, I'd probably have some college savings for these kids.
Yeah, no, you'll get a lot of that kind of stuff. So, all righty. Well, you guys got any other plans going on this weekend? I got Brad Paisley today, Gator game tomorrow. What else is going on? Virginia's going to Miami.
Sobe,
That's
man.
fun.
That's fucking awful.
I got to tell you, honestly, just getting a room anywhere in South Florida. I've gone to Delray and got a room in Delray, and it's a 20-minute drive from my house.
It's fun because you're we're in a hotel room. And you can just make a mess, and you don't have to clean it up.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. Yeah, and I've done that staying in Miami. It's really cool. And, people in Miami got to come up north, too. I know that it's rare. They're just stay in Miami. But
we all need to bounce around.
Yeah, come to Palm Beach. I think you'd be, you know what, if you want something a little bit more mellow and relaxed, but there's still a lot to do here. I think people in Miami think there's nothing to do in Palm Beach.
That Hilton on Okeechobee on Saturdays is a throwdown. The brand new Hilton. They kill it.
Yeah, you're not going to have the nightclubs that are going to be raging till 8 in the morning. But I mean, unless that's your thing, you can do, to me, really about everything you can do in Miami. But you're not going to deal with the crowds and the traffic.
There's the expensive prices.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not nearly as expensive here as it is in Miami.
There's a lot of shit you're just saying in the county I never even knew was here. That's really cool. The one-off military. I did an appearance there. It was that plant place where they set up
Murakami?
No, where was that at?
Oh, we might be here a while.
The plant place.
All right, you go back to the round table, Bumpkin.
Oh, don't call me pumpkin. You call me pumpkin or bumpkin?
Pumpkin. What's a bumpkin?
I don't know, but it sounded very
Country
insulting.
bumpkin. It's like a backwoods kind of person.
Yeah, like you're even insulting me even lesser than pumpkin. I'm a fucking pumpkin. It's the one right down the street. The tree. There's trees and shit and
Park.
Fuck it. Oh, we'll talk about it on Monday.
We better end
Will
this
we?
thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't talk about it on Monday.
No, we're not. No.
We're going to try to forget this happened.
I gotta butcher a butt chicken and seafood commercial.
Yeah. We're going to get out while we're losing. All right, Jay Bird, what's going on at Bud's?
They're up and running. All
Okay.
the stores. They're all in Palm Beach County. I highly recommend the shrimp. I haven't been talking about the shrimp a lot lately. They really do unbelievable. And their fish sandwich was voted the best ever.
Panda swears up and down that chicken sandwich is the best in the game.
It's huge. It's
so good.
big. Yeah.
Get in there. Give yourself a good meal at Bud's.
And try the bird sauce, please. Suits has never tried any kind of sauce ever. I said, because he gets butt chicken and seafood all the time. Go, you get some bird sauce? He's like, bird, I've never tried it. Go, you never tried the bird sauce? Because I've never tried any sauce. He's never tried barbecue, honey mustard.
We need to slap him.
Yeah.
With sauce?
Just by the way, Suit said Botanical Gardens. Is that where you were?
Thank you.
There you
Yes.
go. All right. I'm glad we got that in.
Okay, Suits, now you're not getting slapped.
Yeah.
All is good.
There you go. Glad
You
we
saved
got
the
that in.
bird.
Oh, thank you. But that place, by the way, really cool. All right. Shut up.
Yep. All right. Anyway, thank y'all so much. One real quick thing got in here. Elsa is one of our listeners in Key West. And she said, I've been evacuated for 10 days now, and I want to share some real news. If you want to share with the audience, Key West is a disaster right now. No power, no water, no supplies, no gas. Just today, some areas got the power back. Restaurants like El Maison de Pepe, Sandy's Cafe, El Moco were cooking and giving out free food for the people.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hemingway Distillery was giving out free food. The community came together to help each other out. The Keys were the eye hit on Cudjoe Key, Big Pine, Summerlin, and Sugarloaf are devastated. There are some roads that all houses got destroyed, boats everywhere. Also, a tornado hit some of those areas, and it looks like a war zone.
Oh, my gosh.
Bahia Honda Park is completely changed. So far, there are 8 fatalities reported, but the search and rescue team hasn't gone to Key West to check every property or sunken boats. So I'm gathering donations to bring it with me when I get back. Water, old blankets and towels, animal food. I want to help my community as much as I can. Great for what you're doing, Elsa. Thank you for that. There are different places that are collecting. We're posting all that stuff on our Facebook page. So if you want to have drop-off stuff, there are places like the Florida Panthers that are collecting at the BB&T Center. You can get some stuff there. I know my gym is doing it. So you can drop off stuff there. So we're getting it up on our Facebook page. So do that, and we'll continue that over the weekend and throughout next week until we get everybody back up and running. All right, you guys enjoy your weekend, whatever you're going to be doing. Take some time to smile and have some fun. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.